What's up, Cowboy Nation? Really appreciate you all. News. Jason Garrett meets with Bill Belichick. I know you guys might have saw that on the news the other day. And the other major news that's out there is that Hurns is released. Cut. My homie, my boy, the guy that I said that, hey, he brings in a lot, and I'm talking about a lot of experience. He's a veteran wide receiver. He's one of Dak Prescott's go-to guys on third downs. His numbers does not reflect of any good resources out there for Dak Prescott as it relates to like gaudy numbers. But if you look at the total picture, you can say to yourself, man, he was good for what he brought out to the table. And I was thinking, with my limited knowledge of football, for those who out there who knows more than me, you guys know who you are. I was thinking that he would help out this team tremendously as it relates to continuity. But we got the Guyton kids, we got the John Vaya Johnson, who are raising eyebrows to everybody. And this roster is a high level, high intensity, high competition type of roster. So we get a lot of those things out there. This is going to be returning over the roster. I heard some people that was out there saying that, hey, maybe this is a window for Dez Bryant to come out there and say, hey, just give me a chance, give me an opportunity. But I'm not looking at it at those parameters. I'm looking at it at the fact that you now got some young guys. I remember I was talking about the Reggie Davis, the Devin Smiths of the world, the other guys that's on this roster that a lot of people are overseeing and not looking and not paying attention to. But I can't believe he's gone. I can't believe he's gone, man. It's one of those things, man, where you might want to play some of your old school music. This song's dedicated to my homie. Y'all remember that? In that gangster lane, why you had to go so soon? Y'all remember that? It seemed like yesterday we were hanging around the hood. Now I'm gonna. Yeah, it does. It sucks. Keep your memories alive like a homie should. Oh yeah, Cedric Wilson. You can't forget about him. So you got Cedric Wilson. Don't sleep on Cedric. I liked his skill set last year. Remember, I was talking about he's one of the top route runners that's on this team. Hurns was one of the guys too. He just didn't have the long speed. So everything that you love what Hurns can do, you will like this with Cedric Wilson, because he's a hair faster than Hurns. Hurns was just a slight bigger. But if you add in the off-season conditionings and if you add in these other things, man, you can really say to yourself, we love what Michael Gallup was doing, and now you add in the fact that you have the Randall Cobb and you have the Cedric Wilson who can step it up as well. So we'll see, man. It's just timing. It's timing. Jason hanging out with Bill. Yeah, that was what I was going to do, man. We stacked the wide receiver. This is from Sheila Neal. Shout out to you, Sheila Neal. Yeah, I was going to do like when I do the reviews or what have you. But, I got so much work to do today. I just didn't have time to load up the studio. Cedric Wilson is low-key about to shock everybody. Yeah, I like Cedric Wilson. I think he wears number 16. Also, number 15 is your boy, Devin Smith. So, I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Do you think Austin will be cut? My thing is with Austin, and we can go back and forth with a lot of this, because a lot of people saying, well, he's next on the list. He should be cut too. My whole entire thought track of Austin is this right here. We wouldn't have won that playoff game if he didn't suit up. We wouldn't have won that game. So I'm high on Austin. I think that what Austin brings to the table are those intangibles, the things that you just don't see. And the problem is that what most Cowboys fans would do is say to themselves, well, we can do it without him. But I'm looking at it from this aspect that you got a dynamic kickoff return guy. You don't want to put Tony Pollard as a rookie in all of those fashions. Think about this, Cowboy Nation. Did we get rid of Ryan Switzer too soon? didn't we put too much of a burden on Ryan Switzer when he was on his team? Because we was expecting for him to just do everything for us as it relates to the kickoff return, punt return. Now, I'm not saying that he was the best thing since sliced bread, but when he fumbled the ball, that's what rookies do. There's the old saying out there that a rookie will cost you at least one loss, and that's just the reality of it. Not saying that he was trash or anything, but if you start to just move people out because they don't fit the same mold that you want, then you can see these things happening down the line, Cowboy Nation. That's just my thoughts, man. Like I said, I could be 100% wrong on this, but all I can say is we loaded in wide receiver play. We are it's a battle type of situation, whereas you want the competition to be strong. You want the competition to be tight. You don't want nobody to just have a layup in the positioning. So Jay says that Randall Cobb is an upgrade from Cole Beasley. Yeah, but we just need for them guys to perform out there when his number is called. That's what we waiting for on those angles, Jake Swag. Philly Cowboys 76, man, appreciate you, man. He says time to ball out for Cedric. Yeah, a lot of people are looking at this comment section. A lot of people are high on my guy Cedric Wilson, which is rightfully so, man. I think the kid can do some fantastic and amazing things, Cowboy Nation. I really do. Miss Scouting Pro, she says $5 million cutting Hurns is the amount of Cobb's contract. Cobb's is on a rental, right? Miss Scouting Pro, he's on a rental, right? He's only a 1-year rental. I think he's on a 1-year rental deal. So what we're going to have to wait and see from there is how all of this stuff is going to translate down the line as relates to, will he step it up for this year? Just hear me out. Will he step it up for this year and remain healthy? Because I think that Randall Cobb, he got in his mind that that Green Bay Packers game, I don't know why Philadelphia Eagles on my mind. I think that because Carson Wentz ranked number 96 in player rate rankings or something like that, and they got all mad about that. Stuff of a different day. He's going to have that game versus the Green Bay Packers circled on his calendar. I just feel it. I know it. I know he is. I know he's going to have that all circled on his calendar, and he will be waiting for that game, waiting for that outcome, waiting for that day, waiting for all those things to occur. And the reality of it is that I can't wait for it as well. I can't wait to see us play. I love when we play against those Green Bay Packers. I do, man. I really, really, really do. Come on, let's cut the computer. Let me see if I can. You guys bear with me. I got to move this file over. But you guys know how it goes, right? But my thing is, all we got to do is still take this thing one day at a time. Oh, and I'll touch a little bit on the Bill Belichick meeting with, or Jason Garrett meeting with Bill Belichick. I think it's a move that you make, but then again, you don't make because Bill Belichick, he's always got something up his sleeve. Remember before the Super Bowl, I was talking about the fact that Bill Belichick met with a lot, and I'm talking about a lot of current and past Rams coordinators, and he talked a lot with the the head coach for the Rams. And I'm thinking that that's more of a chess move, a win is hard to come by in the NFL, and he's trying to pick Jason Garrett's brain, in my opinion. Well, I say Carson Wentz is way better than Dak Prescott. Do you agree? This is the thing, when people say Carson Wentz is better than Dak Prescott. From a scout's eye, coming out of college, everybody would pick Carson Wentz. But from a gameplay, from a win level, then I would say give me Dak Prescott. Now, does Carson Wentz got the intangibles to make things happen? I don't know. He got to stay healthy. That's his main thing. And a lot of people get upset when I say that, but that's the reality. You play you play football on Sundays. You don't play football from the sidelines wanting to get out there on the field. You play football because you are out there on the field. If that makes any sense, Cowboy Nation. If that makes any sense to you all. Yeah. All right, now I can pop this chat out. Let me see if I can reach you guys coming. Hurns was cut. Yeah. Hurns was our best bench wide receiver. This is from Matt S. Yeah, he was, man. Coming off the bench. I mean, you got a skill set that demands some type of an attention, can run the intermediate and short routes, and knew where to be at on the field as it relates to third downs, So, I mean, $5 million, you save $5 million, Cowboy Nation. I hear a lot of people saying, well, how are we going to get money to pay this guy? How we can pay that guy? Or how we can play John? Or how we can play Tupac? How we can pay, Law Nation? They got money. They got money because if Tyron Crawford get cut, how much money we save? I think Miss Scouter Pro would know. I think it's upwards of $6 to $7 million. And you guys know that I'm a big, huge fan of Tyron Crawford as it relates to his skill set and what he can do as far as a tweener. Now, do he brings up a lot of gaudy numbers? No. And that's just the bottom line for it, man. Let me see. She says, I need for you to run a few reports. Okay. Yeah. Give me a few seconds here. No. All right. But it's crazy in the sense, Cowboy Nation. I love our QB because, yeah. Let me see who said that. He said he loved our QB. Steven, man, appreciate it, man. Thank you for letting people know. This is Philly Cowboys. Love our quarterback Dak because that's what my eyes have to show me. Besides, he's the best quarterback out of his class. All right, so this Dak Prescott conversation is always a conversation that a lot of people look at one side of it. Trust me, we all love Dak Prescott. We all know that Dak Prescott got the intangibles, can win you games, still developing, and we can see the scale of it's going upwards opposed to downwards, right? But what a lot of people do is they immediately say, okay, Goff went to the Super Bowl. Carson Wentz, he was on a team that won a Super Bowl, so he got a participation trophy. Name me a Super Bowl that Dak Prescott went to, and these sorts of things. Just shallow-minded people, right? And I always have a rebuttal like, look, man, this guy's in his third year. Now he's going into his fourth. What you expect, Cowboy Nation? And a lot of things, I was talking to, going back and forth to a guy, his name was Westworld, on my comment section. He's saying that you completely, disregard what the Patriots been doing for the last 20 years. And he was trying to give me some insights of it's not about the running back. And I remember and I recall to a lot of people that oftentimes what quarterbacks need is a good run support or a good running back to help them grow and develop. And I started giving out, facts. And you guys know you love facts. Peyton Manning started off with Edgerrin James. And of course, he had some other running back before Edgerrin James. And then on top of that, if you look back at some of the other quarterbacks that helped propel their careers, like the Dorsey Levens helped out Brett Favre. And I know it's a little long-winded, but even Trent Difford had a Priest Holmes and a Jamal Lewis. And then if we start talking about a little bit about, the Troy Aikmans had an Emmitt Smith. And then on top of that, if you look at John Elway's game, John Elway wasn't even on the skill set or the level of what Dak Prescott is showing us for his first 3 years. But what people like to do is be so shallow-minded is they look at the tail end of quarterbacks' careers and they say, hey, they doing it this way. And they fail to realize that when even if you take the argument that the Patriots never had a superior running back, you can use that argument. But if you look and start doing your homework, you will clearly see that when Tom Brady first started off, he had a guy named Antoine Smith, who was a first-round draft pick, right? Guys, look it up. I'm not making this stuff up. He was a first-round draft pick. Corey Dillon, who was a second-round draft pick out of a running back, who the Bengals had to release because of some off-the-field situation that occurred. And then on top of that, they had a guy named, Lawrence Maroney. You guys remember him? First-round draft pick. So what happened here is Bill Belichick is the king. I'm talking about the king of making adjustments, the king of making the proper strategies as it relates to defense to put your quarterback in a favorable situation. That's what Bill Belichick does out there. But what people do is they look at the tail end of Tom Brady's career and they'll say, you know what? They was able to win a Super Bowl without a dynamic running back. Why are the Cowboys needing or wanting Ezekiel Elliott when you, in reality, that there's never been a dynamic running back to win a Super Bowl in the modern day football? No, you're looking at only one side of the spectrum. What I'm looking at is Dak Prescott developing. You see, the story never been Dak Prescott drafted for the Cowboys to be the end-all, be-all. And any argument about Dak Prescott versus Carson Wentz or Dak Prescott versus Goff, meaning that the Dallas Cowboys should never have drafted Ezekiel Elliott. That's the only argument, Dan. That's the only argument that you should be able to have if you want to make that argument and saying that why Dak Prescott is not playing at the levels of those two boys. Now, I can say this from a statistical aspect of it. Dak Prescott been outperforming those two guys. But when people bring up the argument, hey, Dak is whack and all this stuff. So you mean to tell me you would rather have Jared Goff than Ezekiel Elliott? Because we was right there with the first few picks. We could have traded up and moved up. Or you mean to tell me that you would rather have a Carson Wentz versus or opposed to Ezekiel Elliott? I'll wait. See, you can't have it both ways, Cowboy Nation. You can't have Ezekiel Elliott and then wanting and longing for a Carson Wentz or wanting a Jared Goff. You can't have it both ways. That's the reality. That's why they have draft picks. But it's a story of a different day, right? Story of a different day. Cowboy Nation. Lance Lenore can be seen as what next? Yeah, Kelvin Falk, Roy, thank you, man, Louisiana Roy. Yeah, Kelvin Falk. And Meticulous Cowboy 86 McVay equals a better Golf, basically. Because Golf was on I guess a projection with Mike, well, not Mike Fisher, with Jared, was it Jeff Fisher, right? That was his name, the coach for the Rams. If he was to continue to coach Golf, it would never been the same. Shallow-minded. Yeah. It kills me, man, when every time somebody say, hey, Dak is whack. And it's crazy. It's crazy. Golf is totally a product of his system. This is from Misguiding Pro. Golf didn't score all throughout the playoffs, aside from a 1-yard touchdown pass to the tight end, gifted by the referees. Misguiding Pro, you 100% right. Boy, she be delivering the information, man. And Shawnee Michelle is a first round also. Cooper Face King is just bringing the facts with me. So Cooper Face, or is it Copperface? I'm sorry. Copperface. Copperface, you are bringing the entire facts sheet with you, man. But people will look at one side of the spectrum and they say, hey, we don't need this or we don't need that, man. Lord, why do you and Mark Holmes keep excuses for Dak Prescott? And this is from Toby. Well, if you follow my page, you'll see that I did several breakdowns of showing where Dak Prescott need to improve on. You know, the reality of football, and it's not me giving excuses, this is just me giving you guys some information for the nation. I have a 3-year-old. She was born in 2016 when Dak Prescott first started. Do you think that she's supposed to know quadratic equations right now? Do you think that she's supposed to be able to speak Mandarin? Do you think that she's supposed to graduate right now out of high school at the highest level? No, but what I can say is that on her scale, on her particular scale, from where she was born from 2016, she is above and starting to read and know all of her colors. And she knows some things, but she don't know as much as daddy does, right? But what people does or do in a situation with limited knowledge of football, they compare Dak Prescott to the tail end of, let's say, for example, a Tom Brady or Peyton Manning, or they have the notion to say that Tom Brady is so much superior than Dak Prescott, but they don't go back into when they first started. Or they would say that, hey, Tony Romo did this and Tony Romo was able to do that, but they excuse the first 3 years of Tony Romo's career. So what we do, and I know Mark Holmes got a different flavor than what I do, but what I'm saying is this, it's just the reality of it. Dak Prescott is a developmental quarterback, meaning that he needed training wheels on from the jump. He was never in Dallas Cowboys scouting plan, and Miss Scouting Pro can tell you too, is that he was never in the scouting plan to be the number one quarterback. Matter of fact, you had Kellen Moore ahead of him, you had Jamil Showers ahead of him, you had Mark Sanchez ahead of him, and you had Tony Romo ahead of him. But what Cowboys fans who don't like Dak Prescott would say, whenever we brings in the actual evidence, they say, you just a Dak Prescott lover, and they dismiss on the fact that I said he need to develop, he need to become a better pocket awareness, he need to make less turnovers of holding the ball too long, he need to go through his progressions better, and those type of things. And they also exclude the fact that Jason Garrett, name me a quarterback that Jason Garrett developed. I'll wait. Name me a quarterback that the Dallas Cowboys drafted while Jason Garrett was under I guess he still is the head coach, outside of Stephen McKee. You see, now we educate people and we put that out to the masses and let those who have ears hear. That's all I'm saying. Dak Prescott was designed to be one of the guys that developed, but he was thrust out there and he became the head quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys. I would challenge anybody to a debate on why Dak Prescott is trash opposed to anybody else. Why is Dak Prescott? Why do you guys believe Dak Prescott trash? And there's only one quarterback that got more wins than Dak Prescott. Would you rather have style points or would you rather have the wins? In my opinion, give me the wins. And the collective fan base out here, they would say, give us the wins opposed to a quarterback like a Kirk Cousins. To a quarterback like, who else is out there, like the Matt Ryans of the world, the Matthew Staffords of the world. Why are they not winning Super Bowls every year? Don't they have a team? Look, I know I'm long-winded on a lot of things, but let me ask you guys this. Matt Ryan, he always had a plethora of wide receivers to throw to. Matter of fact, they gave him Julio Jones throughout his whole entire career. Matter of fact, if you look at their whole entire roster from day one, Matt Ryan been out there. They always had some type of wide receivers, open options. They had some decent running backs. So don't even lie to me and say that the Atlanta Falcons never had the amount of weaponry on the offensive side of the ball. Let me ask you guys, what have they done? And that's where the number one ever was with what round was Matt Ryan drafted in? So you would rather have Matt Ryan right now leading your team opposed to a Dak Prescott? What difference would Matt Ryan would do on this particular team opposed to the team and the weaponry that he had before? I'll wait. This is from Elite Rob. Shout out to you, fam. We are still teaching Dak Prescott in 2019. He's still learning in certain aspects in 2019. Regardless, a quarterback is still learning. You can pull Tom Brady to the side and say, hey, what are you learning on? And that's like Tom Brady is 17, 18 years in his career, and he's still learning. With the luxury of having Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick is a genius out there. You can't compare Bill Belichick to a Jason Garrett. Bill Belichick was able to win games with a Matthew Castle, whatever that man's name, Matthew Castle. I can't even say the man's name right because he's so horrible. Join us on Media Row in Oxnard. We will have the roundtable scheduled for Brian Brothers and Kevin Turner on 105.3 The Fan. Debates are fun. Yes, Miss Scott and Pro, I will be down there in Oxnard on July the 27th. We will be there live like 95. Me and Cowboys Experience. We will give you guys the unfiltered, raw information for the nation out there. Defense wasn't the reason against the Rams. This is from Elite Rob. What are you talking about? Dallas Cowboys versus the Rams? Duran, what's up, man? Heck yeah, Dak to the future. My thing is, Matt Ryan would stink up the place just like he done in Atlanta. I wouldn't want him to play for us. Yeah, this is from Jay. Yeah, he telling the truth, man. Because people will say, hey, Matt Ryan on this team, he do this, do that. Still Matt Ryan, still Matthew Stafford, still the other guys out there that everybody want, the Kirk Cousins of the world. Matt Ryan was a third overall pick in 2008. See? Yeah, see, appreciate you, man. Thank you for the information. Cowboys legend for life. It's amazing that Stafford never won a postseason game nor a division title, and yet he's the highest paid quarterback at this point. I don't know if he's the highest paid, but I think that I feel what you're saying. Toby, Law, I truly respect your football IQ. However, it's all right for us to agree to disagree. Yeah, I agree. That's why I say I embrace debates. I never hold any grudges or I never hold any feelings of ill will towards anybody because of football. Look, we're not out there running the ball. We're not out there catching the ball. We're not out there calling plays. Now, we yell at plays that have been called on the TV, but we supposed to have different points of views. I get people, man, if you guys can just take a glimpse at my hate mail section, like people that hit me up on my Gmail sending all type of nasty stuff, you guys say, man, Law, how do you do this stuff, man? I got people from all corners. I'm on Instagram. I'm on Facebook. I'm on YouTube. I got 2 YouTube pages. I'm on Periscope and Twitter, so I get tons of people who just don't even watch the video and say, hey, they look at the title and say, oh, Law, you clickbaiting. I'm on even on the, what's the thing, the Reddit, man. I'm everywhere, Cowboy Nation. And we get tons of hate, but I'm with the belief that even though we disagree with something, even though we don't believe in the same thing, not everybody think that vanilla ice cream is the best. Shout out to Pearly and the Cream to me, though. You know, that's the best. But not everybody think that ice cream is the best dessert. Some people love cakes. Some people love pies. And Auntie Shirley, she thinks she can cook the best spaghetti, but it's actually Aunt Pam that cooked the best spaghetti. So it's things like that. So we come from different opinions, come from different views. Shout out to Jackie, man. Thank you for tuning in. The U, what's good, fam? At least Hurns held on to the ball. Yeah? Man, boy, you crazy, man. He did head on to the ball, man. Well, Dak's birthday is Monday. Wouldn't it be great to get him signed on that day? Yeah, it would be great. It would be great. Ben and Jerry, half baked. Oh man, we could rank the ice creams right quick. I think that Bluebell is on top. And, you know, regardless of somebody opening it up and licking it and putting it back on the shelf, I think that Bluebell is still on top, man. Ben and Jerry's cool. Sometimes I think Ben and Jerry's, believe it or not, be overrated a little bit. But give me Bluebell, man, all day, every day. Law, I got your MySpace page number. Yes, JR214, man. I'm probably on MySpace. He says Matt Ryan was second pick overall. Okay. Creamsicle. Bluebell all the way. Shout out to him. I'm not from Texas, but I live in Texas now. Is Bluebell one of their official sites, or are they in Texas? Are they founded in Texas? Let me know, man. I'm thinking they are because I see a lot of Bluebell commercials out here opposed to Mississippi. Yeah. She never responded. Girl, you better respond to this email if you want to get this report out. Let me see who's on the Facebook panel, man. Really appreciate you, man. I really do, Cowboy Nation. Let me see if I can go here. Because what we were talking about was the fact that they didn't. Let me just complete it. Let me know if you guys can hear this.
Interesting dinner guest recently, Jason Garrett. were at Belichick's home in Nantucket, and according to Page 6, it was a, quote, friendly catch-up. Belichick and his
Shout out to
defending
Ronnie,
champion
Brian,
Patriots host the
Marvin.
Cowboys
Appreciate
in
y'all, man. It's on the
November.
Facebook.
Shannon, what do you make of this?
Really? Oh, but you know what? They say this is what happens when you start to age, you start to soften up a little bit. You start to mellow out. And I noticed that about myself. Yeah, you'd be hard. You? Yeah. But everybody, even my sister says, Shannon, I noticed a big change in you. Really?
I'm going over this little thing real quick.
Maybe you've been humbled on this show. Because what we're starting to see, Skip, if you remember, Coach Belichick texts Sean McVay.
Mm-hmm. There you go.
We know he has a fondness for Kyle Shanahan.
He does.
Him. I think they had after they won the Super Bowl, they had a great sit down at the NFL Combine. I just don't get this. You know, man, I can see if Sean McVay is thought of as an offensive guru. So is Kyle Shanahan. Jason Garrett thought of a guy that should be on the golf course because the way he quietly claps. They don't.
Right.
Also, I think that Coach Belichick looks at, he ain't no threat. He's like, as a matter of fact, I'm going to show you the playbook. These are the plays we're going to run against y'all. Ain't nothing you can do about it. Maybe that's what I'm thinking.
Maybe.
You know what, Skip? You know what? You should have came to visit your boy. I got a place up in San Diego. You should have came to see your boy. But, yeah, I got to.
My thing is, what they talking about is, I really think that when Jason Garrett met up with Bill Belichick, either Bill Belichick is trying to get a certain type of detail of information, a certain type of strategy. I don't see the point of Jason Garrett meeting with Bill Belichick, in my opinion. But when you meeting with a 6-time Super Bowl champion head coach, I think he got 2 other Super Bowls with the Giants when he was on their team. I could be wrong. Somebody with the information for the nation, let me know. I think that collectively, Bill Belichick got 8 rings, if I'm not mistaken. He could have 8 Super Bowl rings, and because I know that he got one with LT. And that's not LaDainian Thomason. That's with Lawrence Taylor. Shout out to the Lawrence. But Bill Belichick been in this game for a long time. It's all about the calculated move. It's all about the calculated decisions. He was in the ear of McVay, and there's a documentary out there. I wish I could find that and play that for you all. The documentary stated that the McVay, after every game, would send a text to Bill Belichick and say, "Hey, how did I do? How did I perform? What should I have done better?" You know, and Bill Belichick would say, "Hey, you need to tweak this a little bit better. We need to do that. You need to do this." Ultimately, I say all this to shorten it a little bit, is that they met in the Super Bowl. Don't you think that Bill Belichick developed a resume, a full, I guess, a full resource information of what McVay don't like to do and what he's trying to do? So don't you think that what Bill Belichick with this meeting, and could be me just speculations, because this is all it is, speculating, that they met and they was talking about, hey, what players do you like? You know, who did you fear the most on your team? Or how do you feel about the Eagles? Or how do you feel about the Washington Redskins? Or how do you feel about the Giants and these sorts of things? Because don't they play the Eagles this year? Don't they play the Washington team this year? Don't they play the Giants this year? I'm talking about the Patriots. And then he started sliding in, hey, you got this guy, Allen Hurns, is on your team. I would not be surprised if the New England Patriots go up there and pick up Allen Hurns. Somewhere down the line where they might sign him if he's not signed right before they play the Cowboys. Let that sink into your mental. Miss Scott and Pro, Law Nation, you are referring to Sean McVay's piece on HBO Real Sports? Yes. I only saw snippets of it. I need to watch the entire piece so I can give you guys the best information. So it's on HBO. I will try to look that up tonight so I can get the full information out of what all they discussed and these sorts of things, because I only saw snippets of it. Bill Belichick got 8 rings, 2 as the defensive coordinator. This is from meticulous Cowboys. 8 of them. He's not playing around with his food. The guy loves to win, and he believes no days off. No days off. Y'all remember that? So this guy on the float or on the boat, wherever they was at, he was willing to go back to the studios and pull up to more film and more tape and pull that hoodie over and try to see how he can dominate and win. That's all Bill Belichick cares about is winning. So who come from Jason Garrett's coaching tree? This is Ori. I don't know. You can't say that Eberflus is a part of Jason Garrett's tree. You guys let me know if Eberflus is going to be considered as a part of Jason Garrett's tree, or is that more of Bill Parcells? Where Eberflus come from? He's the defensive coordinator. Well, he's the defensive coordinator for the Colts, and I think that he's going to get a major head job somewhere. Or if not, he's already put on blast as the head coach there, Eberflus. Let me know, man. So, put more pressure on the opponent's safeties. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the obsession for Cowboys fans have with players, especially the ones that barely played. This is from Mescott and Pro. Man, this is a good question. I don't know, Mescott and Pro. He came from Rob Ryan, so he's going to be an affiliate with the Rob Ryan tree. Appreciate you, Ore. Say What You Like Sports podcast. Go check them out. They got an unbelievable podcast, man. Check them out, especially all on Twitter, man. Say What You Like podcast, man. Hit them up. Hurns is good as a backup, at least, on our team, but didn't mix well with the current team as his cap hit. Yeah, he was top heavy. $5 million was a lot of money. Maybe Bill would give Jason some scoop on the Rams. Scoop for a scoop. I didn't look at it that way. Yeah, but in the reality, we always say this is chess, not checkers. So I can say this: Jason Garrett is the king of checkers. He's the king of checkers. I don't think that nobody can outperform Jason Garrett as it relates to checkers. He's going to have everybody willing to run through a wall. He's going to have that blue shirt on. He's going to clap. He's not going to blow up on the sideline. He's going to... Now, I did see Jason with a little fire as it relates to the officials. He would talk back and forth with the officials, but he's not going to show up any player on the sideline, like grab him and tell him to go hit the bench or anything. He'll give him a mean stare here and there. But Jason Garrett is the king of checkers. Law, remember Bill Belichick was Roger Staubach's ball boy at Navy? Muscle memory from a child. Oh, see. This is why I love you all. You guys give me so much information. I never knew that, Gerald. I never knew that. I never knew he was the ball boy for my guy Roger Staubach. I never knew that. Robbie, I'm messing your name up, man. Appreciate you, man. Salute to you, man. Alan Hurns was not worth $6 million this year. Definitely a win-win for us. This is from Eric. I agree. Hurns is definitely not worth $6 million. But shout out to Hurns, man. Let me see. We'll listen to more what they have to say, man. Yeah.
Little place up there, yeah, got a little place up there.
High roll.
Come on, like I don't really know what to make of this.
Oh, have you been to camp? Have you seen Jason Garrett fired up, right?
I didn't know these guys.
He's very reserved.
Look, there's a lot of
He
things
can
we
fire it
don't
up,
know
yeah.
about coaches, but if it was Sean McVay, if it was Kyle Shanahan, Mike Shanahan, but I tell you what, you think Coach Belichick invite Mike Tomlin, someone that he views that might be a threat in the AFC? I think not. John Harbaugh, I think not.
Interesting.
They wouldn't do nothing.
So, my turn. And a quick aside
This
before I
is
answer
from
Jenny's question, I just got a text from my friend Lil Wayne, who's very upset with me for my remarks about your man Aaron Rodgers.
Yes.
Because he is a big Packer fan, and he
Yeah,
is
Lil Wayne.
outraged, and he has
Get
now
those Packers.
invited me to sit in his suite at the Super Bowl, and I'm going to quote him, as the Pack whack the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So he's predicting Packers-Chiefs
Right.
Super Bowl,
Yeah.
and I'm invited to sit beside him and have to eat these words during that Super Bowl. And I haven't returned the text yet, but I'll just do it live here on air because I'm going to be in a different Super Bowl, and I'm going to be watching my Cowboys play the Patriots in the Super Bowl because this
Oh,
dinner
man.
to me was
They-
a Super Bowl preview.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Oh,
I'm on the record early.
Okay.
And I'm
Skip Bayless said it's going to be the Cowboys Patriots Super Bowl. I don't think so. I think it's going to be the Cowboys versus the Chiefs Super Bowl. That's the Super Bowl I want to see, man. You know, it's going to be. Do anybody know the ties of the Kansas City Chiefs and the Dallas Cowboys? Let me know. Post that down below. I know there's some type of ties that's amongst each other, man. Law, I'm loving. Yeah, Cooper attitude with the contracts. Yeah, Cooper is just sitting back saying, "Look, I'm just glad to be out of Oakland, man. I'm just glad to be out of the." Chat plays dominoes, throws down already. You know how it goes, man. I don't know, man. Cowboys Chargers, Philly. Cowboys 76. He want to see a Cowboys Chargers. And shout out to my boy Phillip Rivers, man. He's been in the league for a long time, and he had several of weapons. And Phillip Rivers need to get to the Super Bowl so we can beat him down as well. Face the Chiefs would be a big challenge, Law. I know we want the challenge, right? We want the challenge. I want to see the Pat Mahomes versus Dak Prescott. I want to see the speedy receiver Tyreek Hill and our speedy guy Tony Pollard. See, I got you. Tony Pollard don't have the speed of a Tyreek Hill, but I just want to see a good game where we're going to show you our defensive presence, and they're going to show us their offensive power. And of course, Travis Kelce is going to be, probably mirrored or matched up with my guy Baron Jones. He's going to be out there. So I would like to see that. That's just my prediction, you know. Our coaching staff, this is from Miss Jackie. Let me see what she said. Our coaching staff, the U, is what held Allen Hurns back. The Scott Linehan, we didn't know how to use players. And they could play in their different positions. I will agree with Miss Jackie on the fact that, just hear me out, Cowboy Nation. Hear me out. I will agree with Miss Jackie on the aspect of Scott Linehan holding my boy back, Allen Hurns, to this degree. Allen Hurns spoke out against Scott Linehan. I think it was like week 2, week 3, or week 4, something like that. And there you go. When you speak out against Scott Linehan, all of a sudden, you know, you goes into the witness protection program. You get shielded in a sense, and you don't get the ball ever again. Do you have any facts on that, Law? Yes. My boy Amari spoke out against Scott Linehan, but he changed the play and things like that. Before you know it, the last 2-3 games, Amari Cooper was nowhere to be found. Was it coincidence? I don't know, but that's just the reality of it. Law, thoughts on Jalen Jelks before training camp? Raw is Jalen. He's tall, long, lengthy arms. Got a nice get off on the line, but he's so raw that we're gonna have to wait. And it's just my opinion. I would like for him to gain at least another 5 to maybe 10 pounds. I'm not saying before training camp because it's impossible, but I'm thinking that if we can sneak him on the practice squad, we got us a gym for next year. I want to see Byron Jones and Tyreek Hill. I don't know. Well, it's just tricky how you play Tyreek. You can't, if you jam him, if you play him up close on the line, Tyreek Hill is boxy and he's shifty. He's short. So if you miss, that's your, as old boy say, that's your Mr. Postman. You remember that? So off of Friday, what you have to do is your safety is going to have to play 5 to 6 yards, maybe 7 yards deeper than what he used to playing. And then on top of that, your safety have to bail you out in a lot of situations. Would you put number 27 on T. Hill, meticulous cowboy? Jordan did a pretty good or decent job against Alvin Kamara. My thing is, Tyreek Hill is Tyreek Hill. He's no Alvin Kamara. Alvin Kamara wish he had Tyreek Hill's quickness. Now, they have some similar accelerations, but he wish he had Tyreek Hill's quickness. Cato, he said Dez, and he just put it there. He just put Dez, D-E-Z out there. How would you guys feel if Dez Bryant signed with the Dallas Cowboys tomorrow, heading into Oxnard? Dez Bryant out there. How would you guys feel if Dez Bryant would be out there in Oxnard? How would you guys feel? H-Town, stand up. This is from Eastside Harrow, man. Really appreciate you. Yes, indeed, man. Chris Richard will do wonders as a defense in the second year. I'm waiting to see more takeaways from him. Yeah. Speak on it, Eric. That was what they said. They said, speak on it. More takeaways, more turnovers, more of those things that can happen with Chris Richard in the mix. I feel that Chris Richard, a lot of times people look at the first year and they say, man, all right, we like that tenacity. We like that temperament. But we need more, right? You're going to get more now because what Chris Richard does is that he wants the same mentality as mano a mano, my man versus your man, close up on the line, and I want your quarterback to think before he throws. And if you can do that, if you can change the quarterback mindset, it can happen. It worked. It worked against the Saints last year. Now, we got a rule of awakening because in the first few weeks, we're going to have to play those Saints again. And those Saints fans, boy, y'all think that Eastside Harrow be giving y'all a little aggressions in this chat box. But them Saints fans, I'm from Mississippi, man. My mom is a Saints fan. Them Saints fans will hit you with a Bible verse, and then they'll turn around and slap you with just all type of hatred stuff, and then they'll turn around and yell in your face when you lose. Who that? Who that? And then when you finally beat them or what have you, you can't even enjoy yourself. You can't even go down there to Bourbon Street. You can't do none of that stuff. You can't do none of that stuff because they see you with the jerseys on. They used to be the murder capital. Man, it just goes down like 5,000 pounds. Not saying that I would be scared to wear my Cowboys blue down there, but I'm just knowledgeable enough not to get out there and keep fooling around and get jumped on by some angry Saints fans talking about who that. And our overall record versus the Saints never been a great one as well. So Saints always played the Cowboys rough and rugged, even in the earlier of years. Steven says, I love Dez, but he needs to stay calm. I like Cooper, skills better than Dez. Yeah. I ain't gonna comment on that. I know I get a lot of hate mail when I talk about Dez versus Amari Cooper, but I can say this, Cowboy Nation. You guys can hear this from me. Amari Cooper route running ability is so much far better than a Dez Bryant. In the same breath, I'm gonna try to say it in the same breath. Dez Bryant jumping ability, fade route is so much better than Amari Cooper's. See? What's up, Dallas Cowboys, man? Appreciate you for tuning in. Kato, I'm saying Dez was Lanahan's first victim. Yeah, let me see. Yeah, we can roll with that. A KC versus Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl would be fun to watch. I'm all in for it. Say what you. Hey, We need to make it happen. We need to call Roger Goodell and say, hey, man, fix the numbers, man. Just playing with y'all, man. Scott Lanahan was pretty as hell. Was petty as hell. Yeah. I'm about to say, he said pretty. I said, wait a minute. But I got dropped the R and just put the E's in there. Yeah, he was petty, man. He was petty. What else we have here? Cool, yeah. But I don't think it's happening. This is from Pappy. Yep, I don't think it will happen. Just like I never thought, and I'm just giving the Eagles a little energy here. I never thought that the Eagles would make it to the Super Bowl. I never thought that would ever happen, especially when they picked up Nick Foles. But I said to myself, you know what? Those Eagles, they played with a chip on their shoulder. They played all year long, trying to get so close. Remember, right before that year, they wrote a book. They had the Eagles fans wrote a book talking about Dallas sucks. So their whole mindset was like, hey, we better than the Cowboys. We better than the Cowboys. And now that they finally got their Super Bowl, you still can't shut them up. I said, man, if these Eagles win a Super Bowl, you couldn't get them to hush and shut up when they didn't win the Super Bowl. Now you definitely can't get them boys to shut up now. So what I'm planning on doing, Cowboy Nation, is that when the season starts, we're going to do the full analysis of the NFC East. Just the NFC East. That's what my time and my limited spacing on this world will be. So what we're going to do is get some in-depth knowledge of the NFC East. So, for example, week 1, we play against those Giants. I'm going to do, if the Lord allows, film on the Giants, film information on the Cowboys, what we need to do to win, what the Giants need to do in order for them to win, and what we need to do in order to take away their number one guy as it relates to Saquon Barkley, and what Saquon Barkley needs to do against our defense. I'm going to try to keep it as unbiased as possible, and I'm going to try to let you guys know that this is the reality of it and how we should be able to win. And then the following week, we'll do the Washington Redskins. Redskins. I had to throw that out at them. And then I would just try to keep it as the NFC East, and I will reach out to the Giants. I'm still waiting on you guys saw me this offseason. I reached out to a Washington Redskin guy. Shout out to him. I'm going to have him on the show. We'll do a before show where everybody's 0-0. We talking the real. There's no, hey, my team, this is my team. That we're going to talk before the show. And then we'll eat our crow or we'll celebrate after the show. We're going to keep everything 100. I reached out to Lord Bronson. We're going to do a post-game or a pre-game show, a pre-game conversation for the nation, and a post-game. We talk all that real talk, real deal Holyfield before the game, and then they talk all that real deal Holyfield stuff after the game. Now, if this is the thing, we saying this now. So if they hide and they run and they say, man, you know what, the Cowboys cheated, and the reason why they won, and I'm gonna talk about them real bad on my show because they folding up like lawn chairs, and with the Cowboys, we don't do that here. And then I'm just trying to find me a Giants guy. That's the only guy I have. I've been searching look, there's not a true YouTuber on the Giants level that talks Cowboys sports or Giants sports like we do. So y'all find me a Giants content creator so that I can have him week 1 before the game and week 1 after the game. Somebody got some sense though, not somebody who go around saying Cowboys suck and that's all of the level of content they have. You know, Dak Prescott suck and that's all of the longitude and latitude that they have. You know, so it is what it is. Roger S. Smith, Cowboys released Allen Hurns today. Oh wow, Roger. Thank you for the breaking news, brother. Man, you guys don't believe they released Allen Hurns. I'm playing with you, Roger, man. Appreciate you, though, man. Thank you for commenting. If you followed him on Facebook, you know that. This is done with football, guys. Oh, I didn't know that. Well, Misguided Pro, what is he going to do now? What is he going to do? He's going to work on that other branding that he got going on. Is he going to work on that? I want to say he got some type of branding going on with a deal with his my personal space or something like that, or giving away T-shirts and stuff. John's hiding right now. Hey, Cowboy Nation, y'all find me a Giants YouTuber, man. Y'all find me a Giants Facebook person and personnel or lady Giant fan or somebody like that so we can get this thing going, man. Try and crawl back under the rock. Look, I kid you not. This is from Sheila. Boy, girl, you telling the truth. You know what? This is the craziest thing of all time. You guys remember the Giants. It was 2016. That was the only team that we lost to that was in our division. And they was just talking all type of mad cash money. Your boy Shannon Sharp was talking about the Jackrabbit and all this stuff. And he was going in on my Cowboys. And Giants fans, there was a whole bunch of them then. They was jumping all on the page talking about, hey, Ezekiel Elliott was a bust. Because you guys remember that first game we lost and Ezekiel Elliott only had like 45 or 50 yards. Dak Prescott had a horrible game too. And those Giants fans were coming out of everywhere. Boy, but they ain't talking at all. They ain't talking at all. You're talking about the Giants, right? The Nats. Yes, indeed. Giants are in a long-term hibernation. Yeah, they are in a long-term hibernation. But the only reason why I'm not going to talk too bad against the Giants because I thought that the Eagles was doing the same thing. When they had Chip Kelly and they was trading away this guy, they got rid of that guy. They got rid of this personnel. They went and picked up a Byron Maxwell. They went and signed another guy, a linebacker that was a shell of himself. And I was sitting there like, yeah, this is a good Eagles team here. I love this Eagles team because they doing all these things. They got rid of the running back that used to give us nightmares whenever he touched the field. I forgot his name. But he would run, he would just get everywhere, just jump out of there anywhere. I forgot his name at the tip of my tongue. He went to the Bills. You guys remember him? And when they got rid of some of the speedy receivers as well, Deshaun Jackson the first time, I was like, yeah, I kind of like this Chip Kelly guy, man. This Chip Kelly guy is just making the Eagles the best team in the world for us, right? And all of a sudden they just flipped it around on us, man. Just all of a sudden, that GM for the Giants, the GM for the Eagles, he's pretty good. McCoy, yes, appreciate you, Unisa, I think that's how you say it now. I apologize if I murdered your name. Shout out to you, Hope. Shady McCoy too. Yeah, so Shady McCoy, when they got rid of him, I was sitting there like, yes. So I'm not going to dig too much of a hole for the Giants because they might just start to turn the corner around for everyone. You know, they might finally listen and get rid of Eli. They might finally listen. They trying to hold on to Eli, man. He's a good quarterback, huh? We need to keep him out there. Let's see what we got. She made it back from break. Let's see. Girl, you better hurry up and send his email. You hate when somebody send you something to do a favor for them and they never respond. Okay, well, it is what it is. Let's see what we got here. Any chances of us getting Eric Berry? My thing is with Eric, the Lion season is about to be over with. The Lion season is, and I'm saying Lying, is when you make your draft picks and you say to yourself, you know what? I love our draft picks. And then when you start putting those pads on and two-a-days occur, and then all of a sudden, those draft picks that you said that you love and you realize that you really didn't get the guy that you really wanted, then you start reaching out to these veterans. Now, a lot of times Cowboys and other teams like to secure their money. So some of these veterans, they try to squeeze them, meaning that they would like to wait till after week 1 to sign these veterans because you can still sign them and none of the money can be guaranteed. So with Eric Berry's situation, a lot of people are afraid of his Achilles. A lot of people don't want to take that risk. And you don't want to, if you sign him now, you got to guarantee his contract through the entire year. But if you wait till after week 1, you can sign an Eric Berry's of the world. And if you don't pan out, then you can cut bait and no harms is lost. So, but I'm thinking that the Cowboys are trying to make some type of move. They cleared up $5 million and they didn't believe in Allen Hurns and they didn't want to take care of him through this training camp. That they cleared up something, so they finna make some type of move. They about to make some type of move, Cowboy Nation. All right, I'm approaching the hour marker, man. Look, I cannot believe that you guys allowed me to do this for 1 hour on my cell phone, talking about the Dallas Cowboys and beyond. My thing is, I'm gonna just give a shout out to you all that's here, man, and I'm gonna just jump over to Facebook first, man, because I know you guys really appreciate the Facebook panel. I call you guys the Facebook elite because you guys are always, I'm telling you, man, you guys are always there for me. Because you guys know I had 25,000 subscribers on my Facebook and it went away. Now I'm back. I'm back, baby. And now we got 244 subscribers. So I really appreciate Floyd, Hope, Joe, Rob. Thank you, man, for tuning in to the nation on the Facebook panel. And if I missed out anybody that's on the Facebook, look, the 3 people that's watching live right now, man, really appreciate you. Especially you, Joe. You way in Italy, man. That's just weird, crazy. Way in Italy, man. What time it is right now? Let me know. Post it down in the comment box, man. In Italy. Got somebody watching from Italy. That's crazy. Let me give a shout out to everybody that's on my YouTube, man. First, I'd like to give a shout out to the first person that was in here. It's Jackie Smith. Shout out to you. I think that you were the first person that's in the chat box, or first person that commented. Surge, Miss Scouting Pro. Man, she always got the good information. I can't wait to meet you down in Oxnard. Meticulous Cowboy, appreciate you. Carrie Teagle, man, appreciate you. Gerald, the you, Robert, Christian, man, really appreciate you. Not Christian Okoye, right? The Nigerian Nightmare. Baller on the budget. Man, that's cold-blooded, man. Eastside Harold, appreciate you, man. Don Ford, Robert Turner, Robert Bennett. Look at the Roberts in here. Brazil, Robbie. I mean, the Robs are just killing this game, man. Shout out to Rob Marinelli, man. And shoot, he's probably listening. He said, not to mention George Iloka. George Iloka is going to be something strange because I'm looking at film on Donovan Wilson. He can hit, he got range, he can cover short area. I mean, his only problem was he just sometimes over pursuit. He's he's hit like J.J. Wilcox. He pursued to the ball like no other, though. He can cover. So this Donovan Wilson, check him out for a camp. Jeff Heath, ride or die. This is Martin. Yeah, shout out to Jeff Heath, too. Who else we have? Heath, the GOAT. Derek Savage, man. Xavier crushes wide receivers coming across the middle. I 100% agree. Xavier just needs to get more interceptions, although he got a gang of interceptions last year as far as his skill set and where he was at on the ball. But he needs to get a little bit better, and he needs to stop going for the hit sometime and look up and kick the ball. That's a story of a different day. But I like Xavier Woods going into his second season with Chris Richard. His second season with Chris Richard. And keep in mind, like I always say with these defensive backs, because safety is part of the defensive back club, and you guys know I love defensive back. They got one of the larger windows of opportunities to play in the National Football League, believe it or not. They can last, 10 to 12 years. So this is going into his third year collectively. So you would see, right around, it was going into his fourth year, you would see that this improvement should be a whole lot better than what we've seen before, right? Agree, Crawford is too valuable at this point. Yeah. I agree. Crawford is valuable as a versatile tweener. Cowboy Nation, that's all the time that I have for today. I really appreciate each and every last one of you all. Thank you guys for just tuning in. Thank you guys for being here on the show for an hour with me, all shot and done through my cell phone. So for those who out there that say, hey, what type of equipment do I need in order to jump on YouTube? All you need is a cell phone and the information, right? Carrie Teagle, appreciate you again, man. That's been my time. I really thank you all for yours. And remember, You're listening to Nothing But the Best. Salute. I'm out. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. Oh, Steven. What's up, man? He said, oh, oh, yeah, baby. Let's go, Cowboy Nation. Let's go. We out, baby.